Hello and welcome to Blessed Bee Studios, the home of all sorts of hive products, just like these long Langstroths. There's two of them here, and they each hold 30 regular Langstroth frames. The first one has a peaked roof at the top and a peaked roof over the bee door. The second one has a flat roof, or it's slightly angled. It's like a shed roof. And again, a shed roofed cover over the bee door and their ramp. And you'll notice the hinges are on this side, the front of these long Langstroths. And that is because you open the hive from the other side. So let's go and do that. We open the hives back here because that way we're not interfering with the bees coming in and out of their front door. And here we have the inside of the hive, tongue and groove pine. It would be possible to construct a frame holder that could sit in here. And then you'll notice these are little planks of fir. They are unfinished planks. We've milled them here from a fir tree that we took down a couple years ago. The fir is quite rough. The bees will propolis this very quickly. So if you're into harvesting propolis, this is a great way to get lots of propolis. The holes are for feeders, so you can feed the bees from up here without having to open the hive. And of course, when you take these bits of wood out, the fir planks, then you expose the frames. The frames would hang from here to here, regular Langstroth frames. There are ventilation holes on the bottom, and you can control the ventilation with a circular doohickey that sits on the bottom, and you can open it wide open or just a crack, depending on how much air you want to flow through here. The long Langstroths have two following boards, and here they are. And the idea is that you would have your following boards. There's one at the other end, and you can then put in your first 10 frames, 15, 20, however many you like. And then on the other side, there's no bees here. So the ends on the other side of the followers become a fabulous place to store all sorts of hive tools. You'll notice the inside of the box is 3/4 inch plywood for stability. And you'll see that the walls are double sided. There is a gap in between the inner wall and the outer wall, which is stuffed with local sheep wool for insulation, and it's insulation that happens summer and winter. They don't overheat in the summertime, and it keeps them cozy in the winter, and the wool would absorb any moisture that gathers between the walls. And then of course up here, once you have all of the boards in, you can also continue feeding them over the winter months or in the spring, anytime when there's no honey flow and you're worried about them. It's easy to change the feeders, and it's easy to check on the bees without disturbing them at all. There is no propolis buildup on this part of the hives, so it's easy to open and close the lid. And here's the other one with the flat roof. These hives are $700 each. You'll see the construction on this one is the same as the previous. The only difference is the shape of the roof. One has a flat shed roof, the other is peat. And the bees will come and go quite happily from their front door while you are working back here. And this is quite sturdy. I think there's a picture on the website of me actually sitting on top of here. So it's a wonderful place for a nap in the afternoon. You can cuddle up with the bees. And there's ventilation up here as well, so, and on both of the hives, which you can again close off if you need to over the winter months. So these are the two long Langstroths that we currently have for sale. They are $700 each. They come with their own stand as well, and they're meant to be set up in your garden. They are a thing of beauty, as well as being a place for happy bees to live and grow. And what I particularly like about them, this style of long Langstroth, is that all of the frames are at waist height. So there's no lifting of heavy brood boxes. And it's much easier to check all the bees. Instead of checking 10 frames and then lifting the box, checking 10 more, and then possibly lifting that box and checking 10 more again underneath that. That can be quite heavy and arduous and a bit strenuous for the bees as well. All of your frames are hanging at waist height, and it's easy enough to simply move the follower back and start checking your frames one by one. So these are our two long Langstroths. They are $700 each, and we look forward to having you pop by and have a look at them and taking one home for your happy bees. We'll see you soon. Blessed be.